Hey y'all, welcome back to the party. It's me, your girl BrittReacts, and today we are reacting via a kind suggestion to Jim Breuer, Panorama, anything that starts with Pana, but I can't say the end because, well, you know, YouTube doesn't like certain words, but you guys know what I'm saying, right? Let's see what he has to say.
Well, thank you all for coming out and risking your lives. There's still people going, you're not really going out in public indoors, are you? The Delta, the Omega, the Charlie Brown.
Stay inside, this is never ending.
Poor old people would just stay in the basement. How long am I supposed to stay there? We'll come get you when it's safe. The vaccinators, you were real cocky a couple months ago. You got vaccinated. Got my second shot April 19th. I can't.
The card with the date on it is hilarious. All right, I definitely think there were four corners of this time in our lives, right? People who were extra cautious, the vaxxers for sure, the conspiracy theorists, is that how you say it? And the people who were just like, it'll be fine. Like, you were in one of those four corners. And if you weren't immediately in one of those corners, you were somewhere close to one of those corners, okay? And like, that was it, right? Like, you knew somebody who was in every single one of those corners. What is the most interesting thing to me now is how this thing has evolved into just a simple cold. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I feel like every week you read something new about what the CDC now says, how you should handle it. Can you be in public? You know, how many days you shouldn't go, like all the things. And it's just like, how did it change? From being this thing that stopped the world to now it's like, just have some Tylenol. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm not asking that from any one of the four corners. I'm just asking to ask. You know, I just wonder. So this is funny to me.
Can't get sick from the corona. I'm vaccinated. See this bucket of virus? I'm vaccinated.
Not the tail wag.
I'll even lick metal. I'm not afraid of anything.
Ew. Y'all were out here licking metal?
I don't have to wear a mask.
People vaccinated are getting sick.
What? You need a new booster. Who wants a shot? Who wants to see a ball game?
Isn't that crazy how like they were like advertising? I would still say still are advertising it like it was a ticket to a baseball game. That's so crazy. I just think like when you think back on that time, it felt like we were living in that time forever. And now that we're on the other side of it, it feels like we all were in like some type of Sims game. Like, it just is so crazy that happened to all of us. We all have that experience. You know how they say like, we all live different lives? No, we all had the same experience inside of that. That experience had nothing to do with like race, religion, finances. Like, it was like we were all impacted. You know what I mean?
Wave your flipper. That's for you. Go see the ball game. Who wants to work again? That's for you. And once your kid's educated,
I think it's safe
what's
to
in
say
the
what
shot?
corner
It's
Jim was
safe.
in.
Don't worry. Don't worry. Go ahead, get it.
Was that an impersonation of a seal? Is that what that was?
Here come the governors. Bump, 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 bump. We have no rules and regulations.
Why is he Mr. Bean?
We shall determine who is essential.
Listen to him stopping.
We shall determine who may go at your house and who shall have a muffin.
Jim, you're gonna hurt your back.
And remember, if you see any children playing uns outside together, report them and their parents. This is for your safety.
I'm gonna always think of the government walking like that now. Thank you so much, Jim. During this time, during the Panaduna, I was a talent agent, and I was a talent agent, and I lived in the state of Georgia. And if you know anything, you know the state of Georgia was the first one to close. No, the last one to close and the first one to open back up. And the entertainment business there thrived because all of the production flocked to Georgia. And so we were booming when New York and LA were shut down. And it became a thing where they were looking for real families. And now the industry has changed so much in that realm, because instead of like hiring models that look like a model family, still to this day, post Panaduna, they hire real families and they call them bubbles. So they would cast and say, we're looking for real families and bubbles of friends and family, people who are in the same bubble, people who, you know, are quarantining together, people who live together, aunts, uncles, grandparents. Like, they were looking for people in their bubbles, and it became such a term in the industry at the time. So I think it's funny that he's like, if you see kids all playing together, because they were looking for like families who were, you know, staying close together and not exposing themselves to anything else, to hire them as like friends, families, aunts, uncles, grandparents in these commercials and movies and things like that. Y'all, I really like talking back about this time. Just really, I'm like, we got through. It just was nuts. It was nuts to think about that time. It just was insane. Like, my daughter is a part of, she's one of the CV kids. Like, she was in pre-K when it happened, and the school shut down halfway through the year, and she went virtual, and she was virtual through kindergarten. And you see the ramifications of all of this now in the kids in her grades. Like, I'd say second, third, fourth grade, you really see the damage that was done to these children who were plucked out of, you know, the routine and the structure and had to be at home at 5, 4, 6 in front of a computer as if they work in a cubicle all day. It's so crazy. I just can't get over it. I can't get over it. Wow.
6 foot safe. And then the news cockatoos come out.
News cockatoos.
Watch the news. Watch the news. Trust the experts. Trust the experts.
Who have all like changed their minds now.
Trust the science. Trust the science. CDC, CDC, Dr. Fouchy, Dr. Fouchy.
Mask on, mask off, 2 shots, 1 shot, mask on, 2 masks. Ah!
This is literally what it felt like. A
Comply,
circus.
comply.
6 foot safe. Do what you are told. It is for your safety.
This is really what it was like. In hindsight, this is exactly what it was like.
I've never seen anything like this in my life. People want to fight and argue. Like, you don't understand what's going on.
When he does this, it reminds me of like when you were a kid and your parents like your face is gonna get stuck like that. Like, is that just the thing that like black parents say to their kids? Like when they roll their eyes, like your eyes are gonna get stuck in the back of your head. Or does everybody's parents say that to them? I don't know if that's just the melanated experience, but he makes his face and I'm like, what? His face is gonna get stuck like that. He makes this face so much. It's hilarious to me.
Everyone knows a doctor. I know doctor. And they told me like there's a stockpile.
Facts and figures, facts and...
Jim, what the heck? Sit down.
Don't ask questions. I've been flying on planes for months. Flying on a plane. This is when I knew, like, all right, this is so dangerous. Keep grandma in the basement. Wait. But you can go fly wherever you like.
Right.
Now here's the best part. I don't know if you've
That
been flying.
airport's
They get
never
you
shut
soon
down, right?
As you walk in the terminal.
Make sure you wear your mask at all times. Do your part.
Do you burn?
Stay 6 foot safe. Yeah, that, you know when that doesn't work?
In an
The
airplane?
minute you board that plane, everyone's like, oh. I'm sitting next to someone right here.
We're sharing an armrest.
Right here.
Trust the science. Ah! I know a doctor. Facts and figures.
It's so loud, Jim. Jim, it's so loud. They're now making the noise in the audience.
And then they walk up and down the aisles. It
Telling
is
you
a
to put your
federal
mask on?
crime if we catch you
Without
with
your
that
mask
mask below your nose.
Only if you want to drink or eat, though. We're still going to pass out. He's so right. Like, in the thick of it, I don't think a lot of, I could say this. I don't think I thought about how ridiculous it was. I just was following the rules. I was conforming. I was complying. It's like, but I can take my mask off to eat and drink. Huh.
You keep it on all times or you may never fly again and you may deal with federal punishment. But it's snack time, you can take them off. Oh, thank you! Thank you, science!
Jim, it's so
Thank you, experts! I get to eat with no mask on. We're so safe when we eat peanuts. Isn't this fun? Thank God I'm safe. See how many people they would put on the screen and media are getting offended. Everyone's offended. I'm offended by this, and I'm offended by that, and I want to talk about this, and I want to talk about that. And if you're that person, listen, man, life is offensive, okay? My wife's been battling cancer for 12 years from food that she gets poisoned with that they feed us. That's offensive. We can't see the elderly because we may kill them, even though they got 6 days to live. We'll see you one day, Grandma. Stay behind the glass.
I feel much better with no human contact. Thank you, Dr. Fouchy and CDC.
And fear. Thank you.
Wow.
I bet you she'd rather have that touch and hug and be dead tomorrow than do this the rest of her life.
Ooh, Jim told us how he really felt, huh? I don't have any questions. I know exactly where he stood on this one. I can't wait to read y'all's comments. Go and have the day you deserve. Bye.